it wasn't a straight line. It wasn't so beautiful. I had doubts. I'm like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna even recover the money, the investment? Now we're like, oh, how much are we gonna be selling this for, and when?
Welcome to the Vision Room. I am your host, Marcus Miazzo. These are my co-hosts, Marcin Ruman and Joel Keith. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Marcus?
Today,
Welcome.
What's up? So, Vision Room, if you've never heard of us, we are a group of ragtag brand guys, marketing guys, and tech guys to talk about our experience with working with Fortune 100 companies to startups. And if you are a visionary, if you have a business and you want to get it from point A to Z, which we say from vision to execution to orbit, you're going to want to listen in. Today is going to be pretty great episode. We're going to be talking with Marcin Ruman about a really interesting business he started. And we're going to actually talk through the journey of how he took it from just an idea to partnering with $1 billion printing company, which is pretty cool.
Oh, it's a couple billion. You missed at least 1 billion.
All right, sounds good. We'll slide that in there. So we're going to peel back that curtain and we're going to be talking with Marcin. So Marcin, this is your show. We're just going to be here on the sidelines asking some questions, okay?
Tear it down. Tear it down.
So Marcin, tell us a little bit first off your background again, just real quick, so the audience knows who you are, why you're on the show, and then let's dig into the business that you envisioned.
Yes, sir. So my name is Marcin Ruman, the founder of Emersoft. Emersoft is a web technology company, and we help integrate CRMs. We provide development resources, and we help improve and streamline processes, leveraging AI. Essentially, nerds, geeks,
handsome nerds,
and tech people. We have a team of 25 people, and we've done deals with huge companies like Canon, camera company. We've worked with one of the biggest influencers that you've heard in the sales space, edutech. What else have we done? And recently, we've just released an app and we were certified and we partnered with a $2 billion printing company, publishing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys Google a company starting with I, that are distributing books, we are the only one pretty much providing a solution to. By the way, if you want to launch your own book business, audiobooks, puzzles, we have like 13 million titles.
We're going to plug that.
You can literally just drag and drop, and you're in the business, and we can make it happen for you very, very cheaply.
Yeah, we're going
very, very quickly.
We're going to plug that, and we're going to we'll definitely add that link to the show notes. So let's get detailed here for a minute. What inspired the creation of what you called this integration for this publishing company? Like, what was the problem that you saw? How did you even come up with this idea first? This vision?
Yeah, awesome question. So,
thank you.
Great artists, they don't copy. You know what they do?
They don't?
No, they don't. They steal.
That's what I was wondering where you're going with that. They steal like an artist. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you steal and you rip someone off. What it means is you're in the marketplace and you're a student. Any architect, my ex-girlfriend, she was an architect, and she would always look at buildings like, oh my God, look at this structure, look at that structure, look at this building, look at this sculpture or that. And I didn't notice any of that. She did. But I'm in the business world. I'm a commercial warrior. And you notice where you can, over time, I don't believe that you were born with it. Over time, you notice the gaps that you can fill. So we noticed a gap working on different projects, different clients. We just noticed a gap that we can fill. And here I need to say, because people think very often that the talking head, in this case, it's me, and I'm a majority stakeholder in our company, that only that I did, the credits to me and I've done all the work. No, it's my team, my awesome team. So because of my awesome team, they came up with the idea. They pulled the trigger. Marcin, do we have funds for it? I'm like, no, we don't have funds, but you guys want to do it? Let's do it. They sold me the vision. Wow. They sold me the idea, and they executed on that. So I just spent some money on it. And then I found a contact. So that's what I did. They brought the idea, they executed, and I connected the dots. And
wow.
And that was around, well, almost 2 years ago. So
okay,
so another point is patience. Like if you have a huge company, how are you gonna, like, I was on a call with a guy, they sell audiobooks and they are partnered with like biggest libraries, and if you go to any audiobook and you play an audiobook, there's a player behind it, and that player records what audiobook you're listening to, so that the royalties can be distributed then, to an author, like Audible. You're all familiar with Audible.
Sure, huge
but
market.
Audible is not the only player. And so I was talking to this guy, and the guy literally tells me on the call an hour ago, I don't know how you guys got into this company's door, but not many people get into their doors. It's really difficult. And number two, they tend to buy companies, and they buy a lot of them. And especially we have their app, and we're already signing up clients. So we're probably going to exit this company before this year ends. So you guys can keep me accountable here and ask me, hey, how's it going? Did you exit that company already? I think we're going to exit that company for a few $1 million at least, and then we're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to find another gap in the market. So that deal takes 2 years, and then 1 year of like laser beam focused. Again, we're doing different things as well, but then 1 year of like laser beam focused executing. Can it fail? Of course, of course.
Yeah. So let me break in here. Marcin, because I want to get like technical for a moment, not to interrupt, but I really want to talk through the phases you went through, like the validation of the idea, building the product, launching it, and then connecting the dots. Like, first off, my question, a lot of people, when they're creating a vision, they first go, is this the right thing that I should pour my money into? Okay. That is one of the biggest secret questions, right? A lot of people go, okay, there's a big risk. Is this vision worth pouring $100,000, $200,000 in? Can you talk about real quick before we get into, I guess that's the validation, right? That's validating the idea. Can you talk through how did you validate the idea that this was something that is worth spending money on? Can you go through that a little bit? And then we'll go to the next.
First of all, we were in the market and we found clients who've already been transacting. So I was already in the marketplace. I was plugged into the marketplace, and I noticed the gap. So you're
already working with this. You're already working with this company that starts with an I.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you saw a problem.
No. We weren't working with them directly. We were in the marketplace, and we were serving their clients. We didn't even know about them.
Got it. Okay.
And after some time, my team brought the idea and they sent me a proposal, and I said, another deal I'm gonna be spanking money on. I don't know. But then Pavel, my CTO, who is an awesome guy, and again goes back to the team. Like, who is on your team? We have 25 people on our team. So you have to have someone. I have Marcus, I have Joel. Like, they didn't come and knock on my doors. I had to go and knock on their doors. I had to go to groups, events, find deals. And through the deals, when you're in the trenches, that's where you find those guys. And you have to go and knock on their doors. It's all about people, the team. So with Joel, I didn't know Joel is going to be, such a cool partner. But we started working together, and he's awesome, man. I love the guy. I'm gonna go out of my way to bring business to him, and more business. So same with you, Marcus. We met through a client, and then I met my business partner Pavel because I had a deal and I brought the deal, and he came to me, and it's the relationship developed successfully. We exited companies together.
So you're talking about, first off, the team brings sometimes these ideas. Okay, so that's good. So however the idea comes, it could be through your team, it could be through a cold shower,
you have to be in the trenches.
A run in the morning.
It's not me.
Oh, wait, hold on. And a run in the morning, a shower, a team. But once you get that idea, my question to you was, how did you validate that was a smart decision that you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Because it was already transacting. So
it was already built?
It was already transacting, but not through my money, through my clients' money, because I was serving in this company clients.
So it's proven.
Yeah, they were making money.
They're already making money.
They were already making money. I didn't go and reinvent the wheel.
Got it.
Although we brought innovation to the marketplace later on, because we noticed a gap in the market and we were willing to spend money on it, take risk, and we had resources to execute and develop a streamlined solution that no one has developed, number one. And even if you develop this solution, God bless you, 2 years process to go to this company, get their review, and get you approved. God bless you, son.
So what you're saying, Marcin, is that it wasn't necessarily that you innovated a brand new stream of sales. It was more so you noticed, hey, there's a better way.
There was a water flowing or money, and I found the stream, and then I noticed there was a gap. So the water was leaking, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I can just inject myself there, and I can get a little bit of the stream because it's already
good analogy.
flowing.
Good analogy. There was a little dam that you had to break it down a little bit to make the water flow a little bit faster.
That's right.
That's what I think. I think too is very interesting, guys. Is that I think a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, we feel like we have to have the grand idea, the new thing, or the innovative thing, and I don't think that that's necessarily the case a lot of the time. I think exactly, Marcin, what you just talked about is that you found a gap in something that already was a proven process that created revenue, that created sales, and you said, hey, there's a better way of doing this, and then you created a solution that allowed it to be more efficient, which then turned into a lot of dollars for all parties.
Sounds like a blue ocean idea to me.
So the point is, I don't know if there is a specific process that I can describe, but you have to be in the trenches, and you have to prepare, and you have to have a team around you. So have Joel, have Marcus, have us. You have to have people, awesome people, surrounding you. And it took us some time, but voila. I mean, we've already transacted, guys. We are generating revenue, and we're generating recurring revenue. Just today, I messaged the guy just to test our product. Message a guy called Eric. Message him at 11:53. He owns a bookstore, online bookstore. How long did it take him to respond to me? What do you think? 7 minutes. And I'm set up on the call. He's like, yeah, I mean, we're working on something. I mean, I would love to chat with you and your team. And I'm going to bring 2 of my guys on the call. I was sitting on the toilet and I sent a message. I mean, not to go into details, but I just Googled and I just Google people and I send a message. So sometimes I think we overkill a lot. Like we overkill the business when it's find a gap in the market, identify it, and then go and talk to people. How do you talk to people? You Google or you knock on their door. They're not going to come to you.
Okay, so this is great. So you validated through that there was that gap. There was that dam that was, or there was that log that was stuck in the middle of a stream that needed to be taken out so the water could flow. It's really a blue ocean idea that you kind of stumbled upon, which is great.
You see, I don't know. I don't know those names.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just
maybe it's yellow ocean. I don't know what color it is, but people try to like make fancy.
It's a term we use in the branding world. A blue ocean idea it's a problem that hasn't been solved yet. So,
okay. Why is it called blue ocean?
I don't know. Actually, I'm going to find out, and I'm going to put in the show notes because I've never researched that. So I know what it's used for, but I never researched where it came from. But okay, let me go to, so you validated the idea, then you started building this product. So you had a team. Do you know what the teams, like, talk about the challenges that they faced to get this thing up and running, the technical and operational challenges that you faced that maybe you learned from?
Yeah, great question.
And how long did it take to get all this? How long did it take you to stand this all up?
Again, it's not, guys, it's not overnight.
Right.
It took us 2 years from identifying what it is. We did not even know we've identified it, but we were touching it. So think about where you work. Think about you're an employee and you work somewhere. Think about the gaps that you could fill, and then maybe find a partner and tell them about those gaps and let them fill the gaps, and then you go and get a cut from that. That's the easiest way to monetize. Like Marcus came to me and he's like, hey, we do have the visionacademy.com. And at that time we didn't have that. And I'm like, how much is it? And he then told me, and I'm like, so
don't waste your money. Yeah.
So what did I say, Marcus?
Don't waste your money. Just don't waste your money. Just let's move. But the thing is, the only reason why I had to pull the trigger, Marcin, is because just fear of someone else taking it.
And God bless you. God bless you that you pulled the trigger. Yeah. Like, and
well, now I have to do something about it. Now I got skin in the game. Now that is going to push me to now do it. So, and that's the other thing is skin in the game is huge. It is, and when you sometimes you need to invest to move your butt forward. Some of these entrepreneurs, they go out there and they go, I don't want to spend the money. I just had a conversation with people that want this team that wants to stand up this new online influencer business, and I told them the price, and they just didn't have the money. I'm like, how are you going to start a business if you have no capital? Go get it. You need the money. If you're going to want to move things along, even 2 years, it's pretty quick, I mean, it's not as quick as probably, 6 months. That'd be even more ideal. But like, if you want to move things along quicker, you're going to have to get capital. And so, and that's, Brad Lee talks about that all the time. That's why, what's that? What's Will's company?
Cardiff.
Right. They talk about that all the time. You need working capital. and to move. But you have to test. You don't just spend money if you don't know that it's not already making money. It sounds like you already had a tried and true idea that was making money. You just knew that if you optimize it, it's just going to make even more money, right? That's how you validated.
Yeah, but there was also risk associated with it. So we spent, I mean, I've lost $250,000 like that. Not on this deal, but on a different deal. Like that. Literally, I had $250,000 liquid. Boop, gone. So imagine you have $250,000 right now and it disappears tomorrow. Like I've lost money on deals.
What did you learn from that?
I didn't die. No, they're not gonna burn you on the haystack. You're gonna move on, but you have to show up and be in the trenches. That's my point. Like you're gonna lose money. So again, like I was willing to spend money on this deal, and it's good to have partners because it's gonna be lonely. So you can then talk to your partner and say, hey, sometimes you can get out of your head and say, hey, what methodology, we have a right deal. What methodology can we change, or what method can we, because I think it's mostly about the methodology that, entrepreneurs, they give up. Like, for example, Marcus, your deal and your clients, tell us about your business. Mezzo branding.
It's not my show today, but I will. But
yeah, but tell us about like methodology. Like there are different methodologies for you, how you get clients, right?
Yes. Yeah. The methodology is word of mouth, advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, knowing your client, knowing what problem they have, how do you solve it uniquely, where they show up in the marketplace, finding those pathways to your customer and getting them in the door as quickly as possible. And then when they're in the door, serving them the best possible way so they don't leave. And that's why I always say, you got to get your house in order. If you start spending $50,000 a month on ads and your house is not in order, you're going to burn through a lot of ads. Now, there's testing, right, Joel? Testing, and there's A/B split tests, all that stuff. And yes, you can always optimize, but you definitely know that if you don't have your house in order, that's a guaranteed failure. That's a guaranteed failure.
Yeah. So you can't scale chaos.
No, you can't. So I want to get back to you though, because we have about 15 minutes. Building the product came with challenges, I'm guessing. Was there any automation, any systems you had in place that helped you optimize the build of this product? Did you have anything in place, Marcin?
Totally.
Can you talk about those things?
Yeah, so we are in a very privileged situation because we have a team of 25 tech people, and that's what we do. That's our bread and butter. I don't need to go and hire an external team to tell me how to automate stuff. I just, hey, IDAS, boop, pick up a phone and call IDAS or my CTO Pavel, and they bring me the tools and the data, whether it's, scraping leads. There are tools like Apollo, for example, where we're doing our cold email outbound outreach. You can go to Apollo and you can buy data. What are you going to do with this data later? Like, do you have a process for that? Who's going to handle that for you? Are you going to be doing, like, I'm not going to be doing this stuff. I have no time. My time is better doing some other things like providing leadership to our guys, making sure that they are confident. Hey, we have clients, the company has direction, and they are good at Apollos, identifying different tools and operating those tools. That's what they love to do. So I'm in a very privileged situation, and it's going to be, difficult to compare to someone who doesn't have, the tools, because they don't know who, they have no trusted, team. they think they're gonna be overcharged maybe, and there's this fear that if you don't know something, you create all the
Right.
What's the fear acronym stands for?
I don't know.
The,
Tell me. Well, we'll find that acronym.
it's the
But here, let me look it up.
It's something fake to be appearing real. That's what it is.
Yes.
False evidence.
False evidence appearing real.
Yes. Good. Yeah, I have heard that. I have heard that. So so talking to the person that doesn't have the team yet, and they're like, they have the idea, right? They see the roadblock that they want to fix.
Yeah. If you don't have a team,
yeah, go ahead.
If you don't have a team, number one thing you do, because you already have trusted people in front of you. Again, go ask your grandma, papa, or we can give you references to our customers, and you can go and ask our network. And there is a form under this video, and there is a link. Leave your contact details, and we'll get in touch. We'll set up a call, and you have a trusted team. What are we gonna do for you? Well, number one, if we don't deserve your money, we don't get your money. So if we don't deserve your contract, we don't have your contract. We don't lock you in. We have a flexible monthly retainer. Number two, what we're gonna do is we can sit down with you and give you some value, like have a meeting. It doesn't cost you anything. Have a meeting with us. So that's something that I think our programming, and people are afraid to talk to, let's say, to a lawyer or an accountant or this professional, because you think that, you're gonna get locked in, or you're gonna be charged or something.
Or we're gonna take your money from you. They see the money as they're taking instead of investing. Yeah. So, and there's no pressure with us. So, because we feel you.
There is pressure with me. I'll pressure you to do this. Like, I'll pressure you to get on a call. I'll pressure you to make sure that you show up, and I'll pressure you to be successful in your business, and I'll pressure you to have no excuses.
So before you talk to Marcin, just know that that's what you're going to be served. So I won't put as much pressure, but what I'll do is I will tell you why you need to do what you need to do. And that's probably the most important thing. People want to know, why should I do this? And why with you guys? And so we want to answer those questions, And so that's what I love about this team. You got Marcin, the tech guy that is just go-getter, pressure, but he's an amazing man to work with. And his team is incredible. I've worked with him for over 6 years now. Joel, again, quiet, smart dude, but just a beast in the marketing world. Has an incredible company, ASP Branding. Check it out. Myself, I'm the storyteller. I'm the guy that helps you build the brand, build the house, so you can be market ready, from brand identity to all the print and design and video and all that stuff. I work with Joel on some of the video stuff, but we will stand up an incredible top trusted brand MVP if we need to at first.
What's MVP stand for?
Minimum viable product, which is a very ubiquitous name out there. I'm the
acronym shortcut police today.
And I do have a big product background from working with the big leagues like PayPal, SAP, and stuff. So so we can definitely help you there too. Automation. So back to lessons learned and takeaways. And I just want anybody that's listening, we want to have a takeaway for you guys. So being that we only have about 5 minutes left, what is the biggest lesson about the vision and execution part that you had, Marcin, with this whole project?
The vision is that you go.
Your biggest lesson that you learned about this project that you worked with.
the biggest lesson in terms of the vision and execution? Is that the question?
Yeah. Yes.
The biggest lesson is that over the years, I didn't know how to qualify clients. And when you don't know how to qualify clients because you want to serve and help everyone, and you think that you can help and serve everyone, but you can't because you have not enough time and money to do it. Your team needs to eat. You need to feed them. You have to feed yourself. And then you have to feed your clients, serve them, solve their problems. So you can't help everyone. And when you know that, it's identifying who are you going to serve specifically. And I'll work with a whale. I like whales. So $2 billion business, we can go to this analogy of the stream where there's a business that's already validated. Go and explore their gaps and exploit them and go after them. And don't be afraid to spend money. And so I remember I was put in a situation where we didn't even talk to that big company. And I've already spent my first $100,000 on that deal. And what do you do? And I'm like standing on the rooftop, and I'm overlooking the beautiful port and the pier here in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I look outside, and I was about to get a call from my business partner, Pavel. And I'm like, I don't see the future there. Like, we're not even connected to this company yet. They don't even know about us. And we're working on the solution. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I shouldn't, and I started doubting. And then because I had skin in the game, as you said, I'm like, wow, I don't want to waste $100K. Like, I want to make sure that this deal works because I have skin in the game and that's the right player for me. And so we went, and I started then, getting in touch with them and developing relationship, which took another year. And then we got connected. We got got the first meeting, second meeting with higher up. And then they put resources to review, work with us on this app. And then took another 3 months to go over the process and approve it. They approved it, boom. And we got first deals from them.
Crazy. So you persevered through all that. Mm-hmm. You didn't give up. That's what I'm hearing.
So it wasn't a straight line. It wasn't so beautiful. I had doubts. I'm like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna even recover the money, the investment? Now we're like, oh, how much are we gonna be selling this for, and when?
Amazing. Hey, Joel, do you have any questions for Marcin before we close out?
No, I'm excited to keep tabs on this, Marcin, because I want to see as we progress, and maybe we'll revisit in a couple episodes of the progress of how this venture has worked out for you and some of the lessons that you're learning along the way.
Yeah, and we should do some marketing, Joel. So we'll be talking to Joel and ASP again, guys. We use our own resources. When Marcus needs tech, guess who he calls? He calls me, because guess what? I show up every day, and I've been showing up for the last 6-7 years. And Joel is our new relationship that we developed, and now I have to show up for Joel as well, and he has to show up for me, and we're developing this. So who am I gonna call when I need some help with marketing or video editing, or just use his pick his brain, because half of Joel's brain and half of my brain is one full brain. So who am I gonna call? Joel.
I'm here for it. It's interesting you say that too, because I used to work for a company that had like 30 isms is what they called them. They're like kind of rules or culture things that they stood by. And one of it was we eat our own dog food. And as disgusting as that is, it's the thought process of like, it doesn't matter what we're putting out, like whatever it is, we always will try it for ourselves. Like we are going to stand behind our product. And it's like the thought of eating dog food doesn't sound great, but if you produce dog food, you should be happy enough with what you do that you should, eat it. So like this is the same thing.
I always have my dog eat it first.
Yeah. Well, we have, this is what in regards to relationships that we have together, like we're not going to say, hey, for tech, you should go see Marcin, you should go talk to him. And then I have a client that I take to a different tech company. Like, that's not how this works. So we stand behind who we partner with.
Amen.
That's exactly what we're trying to do here at the Vision Room is we're preaching how to take someone from a vision to execution. And we need to show up and show that as well with this whole podcast and pretty soon the Vision Academy, which I'm super excited to talk about later. But in the meantime, if you want to check out Marcin's new venture, we're going to put it in the show notes. It's incredible. If you want to make money and you want to start an online bookstore, this is a turnkey solution. If you are an author and you have multiple books, maybe even best-selling books, you want to self-publish, you don't want to share it with Amazon, all the share, the things that, I guess, profit share in the KDP app that I have a lot of my customers under, then this is a great solution for you. So we're going to have all that. Closing out, I just want to tell you, if you are a visionary, but you don't have the right team, get the right team. It could be us, could be someone else but get a team. Because it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long while to bootstrap it and try to do it on your own. What is your 5-year arc? What's your mission? What problem do you want to solve? What wood plank do you want to take out of a stream to make it flow quicker for someone? These are all questions you got to ask yourself. And just know that it does take an investment. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to feel comfortable taking risks. It's just bottom line. That's what I've learned. If you don't want any risk, go get a job. But if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to move mountains, you want to be a visionary and you want to take that vision and put it out into the world, it's gonna take risk. So that's my closing thoughts. Another episode, guys, gone by. This is, I think, episode 7. And we're excited to continue to show up every day. We're doing this every Friday on, while we're hustling full-time jobs. But we are doing this for you, the entrepreneur, the visionary. And we'd love to help you if you need help. All right, guys, we're good. Until then, make it a good one.